What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Here's Avenue. My name is Darren, and today we're going to be talking about James Gunn, the director of The Suicide Squad, because he did a recent interview with Empire, and he talked about another project that he could have directed, and spoiler alert, it was Superman. This was back in 2018, so that, Superman, there's been so many Superman news since then. James Gunn, he talked about, the project that he could have directed, and his situation with Disney and coming back to Marvel after being hired by DC. It is very interesting stuff. And for those that need some catch up, James Gunn is the director of Guardians of the Galaxy over at Marvel. He was fired back in 2018 because they dug up some really dirty, nasty tweets that he made back in 2010 when he was kind of a nobody. And since then, he was fired. And then after he was fired, DC hired him and brought him on to direct the Suicide Squad reboot. And then after he was hired by DC, Marvel rehired him and told him that he could come back to Marvel and direct the third installment of Guardians of the Galaxy after he's done with the Suicide Squad. And now after shooting and after post-production, he is done with the Suicide Squad movie. And he's doing press and doing all these interviews, and he did a recent interview with Empire, and this is where we're at today. So let me just go ahead and read you this article real quick. So article says, in Empire's world exclusive The Suicide Squad issue, featuring Gunn's first interview about this new DC movie, the filmmaker reflected on the reconnecting with Disney and Marvel. It is ultimately a happy ending, with Gunn set to finish the Suicide Squad before blasting back to the Guardians, though it did lead to some awkward conversations with his former studio. And this is what he said. It was a happy ending, but it was also scary, because I actually got the call from Alan Horn long before it was announced. Basically, he was saying he got a call from Disney after it was announced that he was going to direct Suicide Squad. Literally a day after. It happened literally a day after I agreed to do the Suicide Squad movie. And so, things in press and announcements happen differently. We might hear announcement for maybe like back when Ben Affleck was casted as Batman, he was casted long before that. And so he's saying that, James Gunn was brought onto Suicide Squad, and then the whole world knew. And then literally the day after the announcement came, he was rehired back from Disney, but we didn't find out till later on. And then continuing to the article, they said, after hearing from Horn, Gunn knew he had to update MCU head honcho Kevin Feige on his next project, who, when told it was a DC movie, asked, "Is it Superman?" Gunn stated that it wasn't Superman, that that was a possibility, he tells Empire, and explained that he had chosen the Suicide Squad. Feige's reaction? Please make a good movie. Just make a great movie. While Marvel and DC have always been rivals, the big two in the comic book industry, Gunn hasn't had to keep his latest project secret from his friends at the MCU. Kevin knew who all those characters were for months before we revealed them at Fandom. He says he still knows who the villain is. I think he's pretty trustworthy with his NDA. So there you have it. There you go. So a few things that we learned from this interview is, one, James Gunn was brought back to Marvel literally the day after it was announced that he was going to do a Suicide Squad movie at DC. And two, Kevin Feige is interested in Superman movie. And three, James Gunn had the option to direct a Superman movie at the time. At the time where the Superman movie was very, up in the air, as it is today. And then four, Kevin Feige gave him his blessing and basically said, just direct a great movie. Basically telling all the fans this is not a competition between the two big comic book industries or brands. And he's giving one of his friends, I would consider them friends, his blessing, because James Gunn has been through the ringer at this point, and if Kevin Feige just feels bad for his friend, and to redeem himself from the embarrassment that he's made, that James Gunn did for himself, to redo all that. I'm not gonna say it's not technically not redo, but to kind of change the narrative of his name and kind of remind everyone, he's still a great director, to really succeed with this Suicide Squad movie. And I purely love that. And despite all the rumors that that us fans know about MCU copying DC movies, and how like Batman vs Superman was first announced, and then Marvel reacted to it by giving us the Civil War movie, um, you know, and then how DC did a Wonder Woman movie, and then Marvel reacted and did a Captain Marvel movie. Despite all that, Kevin Feige still gave his friend his blessing to direct a Suicide Squad movie and make it successful as possible. So I love that. Another thing that really stood out to me is the fact that Superman project was DC offered it to James Gunn, and that's crazy because at the time, I remember this was back in 2018. Us fans was like, what's happening with this movie as we are today? But the fact that DC was just so it was so easy just to hand it off to James Gunn. Why isn't it so easy to do that right now? It sounds like it could be done so easily. What's the holdup? Just give us a damn Superman movie. And that brings up to my other rumor that we've talked about in previous videos, which is, J.J. Abrams has been long rumored to be directing the next Superman movie, regardless if it's with Henry Cavill or Michael B. Jordan, whatever the rumor is right now. That rumor started in 2019, literally a year after James Gunn took the Suicide Squad project. So it sounds like maybe DC was looking for a director to bring onto the Superman movie, but they couldn't find him, and maybe they found it with J.J. Abrams. I don't know. We know right now that J.J. Abrams does have a partnership with Warner Brothers and is currently, I think, going to be making a Justice League Dark series or movie over at HBO Max. And there's also rumors that that he's going to be directing a Superman movie or the Superman sequel or whatever. And so that right there is very interesting to me because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like someone like, say like your friend has like a really nice car, right? And you've been begging to buy it from him, and he doesn't give it to you. But then one of his other good friends drives by, and then he says, "Oh, nice car," and he offers him the car. You would be like, "What the hell? What's going on?" So that's kind of the situation here with the Superman project, and I hope they found a director. They just don't want to announce it yet. Regardless if it's with J.J. Abrams or someone else, I just want this project to move forward. And the other thing that I want to talk about is Kevin Feige being interested in the Superman project. I wonder if him questioning, is it Superman? Is it, like, I wonder how the question was phrased. Is it is it Superman? Like, excited, supportive friend, or is it Superman? Like, kind of scared, meaning if it was Superman, Kevin Feige does not have a reaction movie for Superman. Because over at Marvel, they don't have anyone on par of a Superman level character. Yeah, right? Because, I mean, you have Justice League, which they can match with Avengers. You have Wonder Woman, which they match with Captain Marvel. They did, Batman vs Superman, which they match with Civil War 2. Or Civil War, not Civil War 2. And then they have Green Lantern, I guess, which they matched with... I guess they don't have a match yet. I would kind of mix it between Captain Marvel and Guardians, kind of, because they're in space and Captain Marvel is like a space force ish. Anyways, Marvel always seems to have a reaction with DC's big names, and they don't have a reaction to Superman because there's no one at Marvel right now in the MCU currently is on par at Superman level. I mean, you have Sentry over at Marvel, but that character is not even introduced yet. They could kind of bring in Nova, but Nova's nowhere near as powerful as Superman, and nor is he the symbol like Superman, right? So That's very interesting. I'm really curious on how Kevin Feige feels about Superman. I'm sure he loves Superman, all the Superman movies, and I'm sure he is a huge fan. But I just know is really reactionary to what DC plans are. Another thing I want to also point out, after Flashpoint Paradox was announced, and and it was announced that DC was going to broaden their multiverse. There's somehow rumors that MCU is going to broaden their multiverse too. So that's another example. So yeah, very interesting stuff. A lot, this is just a small interview, but there's a lot of fandomism to kind of geek out about and kind of conspiracize. So let me know in the comments below whatever you guys think about this and the details of that I've said. And if you guys agree with anything I said or not, let me know in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.